In this video, we are going to be taking a look at the rarest items in Roblox Grow a Garden. We're going to be taking a look at the rarest seeds, the rarest mutations, the rarest pets, the rarest of everything in Roblox Grow a Garden. Be sure to like the video and subscribe. And I'm also very curious, comment down below what is the rarest item that you have inside of Roblox Grow a Garden. I'm curious to see what you guys have, so comment down below. But with that being said, let's get straight into one of the first ones. And one of the first ones I want to get into is the rarest egg that actually hatches. But what is the rarest pet? Well, if we actually make our way over here to the pet egg section, and we go over here and we talk with the pet salesman. If you press show me pet info, it actually shows you the information on the rarest eggs, and the rarest egg that we have is the bug egg, which is in 3% of the shops. So every time the shop refreshes, there's a 3% chance. And earlier today, this did actually show up inside of the shop, so it is possible, but it is very rare. But what is actually inside of the bug egg, and which one is the rarest of all pets? So according to the wiki here, these are the items that are inside of the bug egg. We have the snail, which is a 40% chance it hatches into that. We have the giant ant, which is 30%, the caterpillar, which is 25%, the praying mantis at 4%, but the rarest pet ever inside of the game is the dragonfly right here, a part of the bug egg. So you have to actually get the 3% chance of the egg, you know, being inside of the game, and then within that 3% chance, you have to have a 1% chance of hatching the dragonfly, which is insanely difficult to do. But there is easier ways to get it because you can trade players for items. So if you have like a lot of money inside of the game, you might be able to trade that way, or a very rare fruit or something that you could exchange. Some people trade them, but it is one of the rarest things inside of the game. So that right there is the rarest pet. But now let's get into what is the rarest seed. So this seed that I'm about to show, I don't think that I've ever seen this inside of the game at all. I've seen players have it, but I've never seen it appear inside of the shop. So if we go over here to the seed shop and we talk to Sam here, shows the seeds that are in stock, right? Going from common, uncommon, rare, all the way down. These are some pretty rare ones, but at the very bottom is prismatic, which is the beanstalk seed. And the chances to actually get a prismatic to appear inside of the shop is insanely rare. So obviously the shops refresh every 5 minutes, but the chances of getting the prismatic to show up, according to the wiki, is below a 0.5% chance. So that is very, very unlikely that it does show up, and I have never seen this inside of the shop. If I did see it, then I would definitely buy it if I could, but that right there is the rarest seed. But what is the rarest fruit? Because some fruits can become mutated. For example, one that I have that was given to me from Sam, shout out to Sam, is this right here, where it's golden, it's frozen, and obviously it's giant. But what is like the rarest? Like this thing right here will sell for like 70 billion. If I go to the sell shop here, got anything to sell? How much is this worth? It says right here, $75 billion for this thing, which is absolutely insane. But I don't even think this is the rarest. Well, actually, going back to the seeds itself, there's also the cursed fruit, which is up there with the beanstalk seed, and this one is also insanely rare. So you get this from getting the exotic seed pack. You open that and you have a 0.5% chance. So this one you can also grow it multiple times. Like you could take the fruit off of it and grow it, but some players say that this is the rarest. So probably what the rarest fruit could be is the beanstalk or even the cursed fruit, but with mutations added on. Because with the mutations, it makes the fruits more valuable, and more value and the better mutations, then the rarer the fruit actually is. So you guys can see here for the mutations, for the gold mutation, the crops will turn golden and have a sparkling sound and effect around them. The multiplier is times 20, but it has a 1% chance to appear on crops once planted. So you don't need any like special weather for this. But if you have the dragonfly use its passive ability on the crop, keep in mind the dragonfly is very, very rare, then it has a passive ability to turn your blocks golden, which is a very, very good ability. Now, rainbow right here, rainbow colored crops have a rainbow particle effect above the crops, and they also sparkle. This has a multiplier of times 50, so way better than the gold one, but it has a 0.1% chance to drop on crops once they are planted. So this one is even more rare than the gold, and you don't need any special weather at all. Now, right here, you have the wet, where raindrops dripping from crops. That's a times 2. That could be from rain or thunder weather weather events. Shocked right here with a 100x value. Glowing or neon colored crops, lightning shaped sparks around the crops. These are from crops struck by lightning during a thunder weather event. And I believe you can place down a lightning rod to increase the chances as well. But the rarest of the rarest is the disco, which is basically, it just changes different colors. This is for crops grown during a disco event spawned by Jandal, the owner of the game. If you have fruits that have the disco, specifically the beanstalk or the cursed fruits, that right there is going to be probably the rarest inside of the game for sure. Hands down. Comment down below if it's something else, but if you have a beanstalk or the cursed fruits, that's disco, one of the rarest fruits inside of the game for sure. Now, the rarities on everything that I just mentioned are subject to change because, you know, the game's going to update. They're going to add more mutations to the fruits. They're going to add more rare fruits, more rare eggs, more rare pets. You get the idea. So there's a bunch of things that they could add to the game to change up the list here. But we're still not done because we still have the rarest gear inside of Roblox Grow a Garden. So if we make our way over here to the gear shop, we talk to the person here. Show me the gears. At the very bottom, we have a divine favorite tool at 20 million. We also have the master sprinkler. The lightning rod is at mythical, but the two rarest ones are the master sprinkler and the favorite tool. I personally like the master sprinkler because this thing is just absolutely insane. It greatly increases growth speed, mutation chances, and fruit sizes. So all around, the master sprinkler is going to do you very, very well. The favorite tool is just basically it favorites your fruit so you don't accidentally collect it. But if you're looking to actually make a lot of coins, definitely use the master sprinkler when you can, because when this thing gets added inside of the shop, it is very, very awesome. But those right there are some of the rarest items inside of the game that less than 1% of players have. If you have any of these, comment down below. I'm very curious to know if any of you guys watching has this. Thank you all so much for watching. Have a great day as always. Peace out and goodbye.